Welcome to Monday's meditation, and this week's meditation is around the BACH FLOWER REMEDY mustard, which is the remedy for those who experience gloom, which has no real origin. So you can wake up one day and it just feels like you have a black cloud over your head. So mustard helps that black cloud float away. So hopefully you're sitting somewhere comfortable, ready for your meditation. If not, I invite you to make yourself comfortable, and I invite you to become aware of your breath going in at the tip of your nose. Noticing your breath perhaps for the first time today. Breathing in at the tip of your nose and breathing out there. There's nowhere else to be, there's nothing else to do. You've chosen this time to sit and meditate quietly with yourself and with me. So breathing in and breathing out, acknowledging any thoughts that are coming in and just trying to let them fade into the background as you focus on your breath. Breathing in, notice the pause where your in-breath becomes an out-breath. Breathing in, feel the breath in your nostrils. And breathing out, notice any change to that breath. Breathing in, notice the rise and fall of your chest. Breathing in, allow your thoughts to fade into the background. There's nowhere else to be, there's nothing else to do. Just acknowledge those thoughts and just try and let them go for now. Just noticing how your body feels, just checking in. How does your back feel? How do your shoulders feel? How do your hips and your pelvis feel? How do your hands feel? Where have you placed them? How does your neck feel? How do your knees feel? And how do your feet feel? And where have you placed them? Just be aware of your physical body. Be aware of any aches or any tightness that you might discover. Don't change anything. Just be aware of it. Accept it. And you can send your next breath to any area that feels like it might need an extra bit of love. Just asking yourself how you're feeling now. Acknowledging your feelings. Not getting caught up in the story of them, but just acknowledging. How are you feeling today? Breathing in, you know you're breathing in. Breathing out, you know you're breathing out. You've acknowledged how your physical body feels. You've acknowledged your emotions. And now I just want you to switch on your imagination or allow your higher self to take over, whichever feels more comfortable for you. And I want you to imagine that you are standing at the entrance to a cave. Just be aware of where you are, what the outside of the cave looks like. Be aware of the space of the opening. How big is it? You maybe want to have a little look inside, just one step or two steps in, and you discover that it's very dark in there. It's safe and you're protected, but it is very dark. There doesn't seem to be any light at all, so you can't see anything in the cave. And I want you to know that it's safe to move into the cave, all of your body, taking a few steps in. And you discover that there is by your side a lamp. It's just turned itself on, and you are able to take it with you into this cave. And I want you just to feel safe, and I want you to feel supported, and I want you to notice as you swing that lamp around, just notice the size of the cave. Notice what it's made of. Notice if there's anything in the cave. And I want you just to move a bit further into the cave. And you notice that there is what looks like an exit at the other side of it. At the other side from where you came in, there's another space, another hole, another entrance, another exit. And I want you just to make your way through into wherever that leads. And when you get there, you notice that it's another cave. But this cave doesn't seem to be quite as dark as the other one. And again, you look around the cave with your lamp because it's still dark, just not quite as dark. And you notice if there's anything in the cave. You notice the size and shape of it. You notice if it's made of the same material as the last cave, or if it's any different. Just notice any thoughts that come in, any feelings. And you notice that there's another exit on the opposite wall of the cave from where you came in. And you make your way to it, and you step through it into another cave. And again, this cave seems to be a little bit lighter than the last one. The darkness isn't quite so bad. And you notice what that cave is like. Its size compared to the other two. If there's anything in it, notice your feelings, any thoughts. Notice that you still have your lamp and it's still needed. And you notice that again there's another exit from the one that you came in to the cave through. And you make your way to it and you step into the next cave. And again you experience a lightness. It's still dark, but it's definitely not as dark as the first or the second or third caves. And you notice what this cave is like, what it's made of, whether there's anything in it. You look around it with your lamp, you look at its size, maybe look up at the roof. Look at the floor. Just be aware of how you feel in that cave. And you notice that there's a door beckoning, an entranceway into another cave. And this one definitely feels like, almost like a little light has been switched on, a very dim light, but the darkness of the first cave is far removed from this one. And you think that perhaps if it gets any lighter, you will be able to switch off your lamp or leave it behind. But you have it for now, and you look around this cave and you see if there's anything in it. You notice what it's made of, its size, its shape. Notice how you feel. Acknowledge any thoughts. And just make your way through into the next cave, through the entrance that you've noticed. And you know that in this cave that you will be able to leave that lamp, because this cave is almost light enough for you to see without the lamp. Your eyes have adjusted and you can see almost clearly what's in that cave, if anything. You can see what it's made of. and you notice how you're feeling. You notice any thoughts that are coming in. Perhaps you're beginning to notice a lightness about your mood. And you notice the exit from this cave, which is the entrance into the next one. And you decide to leave your lamp behind because you trust that when you go through into this next cave, you don't need that lamp anymore. And so you go through into the next cave. And you were right. You don't need a lamp anymore. The cave is light enough for you to see. It's still dim, but you can see. You can see the walls, you can see the roof and the floor. You can see if there's anything in that cave, and you can certainly see what it's made of. Acknowledge any thoughts coming in. And how are you feeling? Hopefully your mood has lifted another notch and feeling a little brighter. And you notice and you're keen to go through the exit that you see. And you go through trusting that, yes, you were right, it is lighter. You can see more of the walls, the floor more clearly, the roof more clearly, and you can see what it's made of clearly. Perhaps it's the same material that's been in every cave, or perhaps you've had materials become brighter and lighter. I almost want to say that there's a sparkle to this cave. Perhaps you can see it too. And you've spotted the exit into the next cave, and again you're keen to go through that door. And you do, and this feels so much brighter. Your eyes adjust because they've been so used to the dark, and you see clearly in this cave. Clearly what the floor is made of, what the roof is made of, clearly what the walls are like, clearly what the size of the cave is. You can see anything that's in the cave clearly. And you notice that in this cave, there's actually a place for you to sit. And I invite you now to sit. Sit on whatever is there for you to sit on. And I want you now just to connect with your breath again. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in the word peace. And breathing out the word joy. Breathing in the word peace. And breathing out the word joy. And I just want to leave you there in that space just for 1 minute. Breathing in the word peace and breathing out the word joy. Breathing in the word peace, breathing out the word joy. And I want you just to take a look around the cave, and I want you to be grateful for that cave and for the feeling of joy that has appeared for you. And I want you to notice that there is an exit to the cave. And before you leave the cave, I want you just to go to one of the walls of the cave, and you notice that there is something written on that wall for you to notice. Just go and have a look at what's written on that wall. It's a message for you. It's just for you. And you can take that message with you as you exit the cave. And as you exit the cave, you find yourself in bright sunlight. You're outdoors now. The sun is above you, there is blue sky. And the warmth invades every cell of your body. And with it, there seems to be a lightness, a brightness, a feeling of joy. And you feel happy. It's like the darkness from the first cave is gone, disappeared in little increments as you came through all the different stages of brightness. And now you've made it into the sunshine. And you are able to understand that you can have stability and peace even when there's clouds above, because there is always this sunshine above any cloud that may appear. And I want you now just to bring yourself back to your space, bring yourself back to your physical body, noticing your feet, wiggling your toes, noticing your legs, your knees, your hips, your pelvis, noticing your spine running up the middle of your back, noticing your tummy and your chest and how they move when you breathe, noticing your shoulders, your arms, your elbows, your wrists, your thumbs, your fingers, wiggling your fingers, noticing the back of your neck, the front of your neck, your throat, noticing your chin, your jaw, your lips, your teeth, your tongue, noticing your ears on the side of your head, noticing the top of your head, noticing your forehead and your eyes behind your eyelids, noticing your cheekbones, and finally bringing your attention back to your breath going in at the tip of your nose. Breathing in, you know you're breathing in, and breathing out, you know you're breathing out. And I want you just to take a few deeper breaths. Breathing in and breathing out. And when you're ready, opening your eyes. And just making sure that you have a drink of water, making sure that your feet are firmly planted on the floor when you start to go about your day again. And knowing that you have this inner peace and joy within you, and taking it into the week ahead. Namaste.